The future of Ainsley Maitland Niles at Arsenal has always been uncertain. After failing to force a move away in the summer, let's find out what Fabrizio Romano is reporting on his potential departure. Also, what midfielder are Arsenal targeting as a potential replacement? And could Arsenal be targeting a Premier League striker? Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Bal14 and welcome back to your boys channel. As per, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe if you are new, and help your boy on his road to 70,000 subscribers. And also a massive shout out for all the recent support because it's been amazing. But getting into the Arsenal news and starting off with Ainsley Maitland Niles. Ever since he dropped a man of the match performance against Watford in the Premier League, he's been left out of the Arsenal starting 11 and left out of the Arsenal matchday squad. So in terms of your boy, I do smell a bit of a transfer saga. And on that, Fabrizio Romano says that AS Roma are in advanced talks to sign Ainsley Maitland Niles on loan with buy option from Arsenal. Negotiations are ongoing and talks opened a few days ago as reported on the Here We Go podcast. Advanced talks FC for Mr. Ainsley Maitland Niles, who's looking to link up with Mr. Jose Mourinho at AS Roma. Fabrizio also says that Roma are offering a 6-month loan deal for Maitland Niles plus buy option around 10 million euros. Jose Mourinho wants him and the player is open to accept. Negotiations are still ongoing with Arsenal to reach agreement on loan fee, buy option and final price. Even though the player is in advanced talks, by no means is this a done deal, because Roma are still yet to agree any sort of fee with Arsenal. And talking about that fee there and there, 10 million euros, Roma, are you taking the mick? These Italian clubs are once again at it again with the loans, with options to buy. That is all these guys ever know to put on the table. Most importantly, in terms of the price tag, this is a player who is 24 years of age, in the peak of his powers. He's already a full England international and also still has 2 years left on his current Arsenal contract. Make no mistake, Arsenal are in a very strong negotiation position, and so if Roma and Jose Mourinho are both serious about this, how about you put some serious money on the table as well? Even Chris Wheatley is reporting that Roma are in talks over signing Ainsley Maitland Niles on loan. The midfielder wants regular game time after seeing his deadline day move to Everton block last summer. Several Premier League clubs retain interest in the 24-year-old, as first revealed by James Ollie. Now in terms of Arsenal, that is exactly what they want to hear. The fact there is demand for Ainsley Maitland Niles and other clubs also want to sign him gives Arsenal an even stronger position when it comes to negotiations, because when you have a demand for the supply, Arsenal can always ask for a bit more money. But when it comes to Roma and Arsenal, there is a bit of history. Go back to last summer, a certain Granit Xhaka in advanced talk to sign for Roma. Even though Arsenal set a very reasonable price tag, Roma could not put the money on the table. But you also have to respect the desire of the player as well, who I'm sure wants to link up with Jose, play more regular first team minutes, and at 24 years of age, I think that is totally understandable. But in terms of Roma, I think I'm making it very clear, 10 million euros is simply not enough. So if you want to sign Mr. Fofty and take his services, put some proper money on the table. But what do you guys make of this loan with options about the Roma are putting on the table for Ainsley Maitland Niles? And are you guys for it or are you guys against it? This video has been kindly sponsored by the guys at OneFootball. OneFootball is the app when it comes to staying up to date with the beautiful game. Now whether that be staying up to date with the latest transfer news, maybe staying up to date with the team's latest fixtures, or even things like lineups, goal alerts and live match updates. To put it simple, if you are a fan of football, you need OneFootball. Well, that sounds amazing, Babs, but how much does this app cost? Well, this is the beauty of OneFootball. You can access all their great features for the price of absolutely nothing. Yes, the app is available for free, and so make sure to hit the first link down below in the description and download the OneFootball app. Not only do you guys get access to a great app, but you're also helping your boys channel out massively, so for that, a gargantuan thank you from me to you. According to reports in Ghana, Thomas Partey will be made available to play for Arsenal against Man City. He was originally meant to join up with Ghana on December 27th, but CAF have said players with matches between December 27th and 3rd of January can join after this date. A gargantuan game against Man City to have Thomas Partey available is obviously massive. But after that, of course, he's still going to AFCON and Arsenal can't do anything about that. With Maitland Niles also looking set to leave Arsenal as well, it looks like Arsenal are going to have to sign a brand new central midfielder. But when asked on Arsenal signings in January, Mikel Arteta says, if you can tweak what you need to in that period, which is not easy, it would be really helpful. We are working on that to see the necessities we can have and whether we can find the right solutions to that. So Arteta is saying that Arsenal will be looking to be active in this upcoming transfer window and trying to find the solutions options, but when it comes to January and the transfer window, it is never easy. But with Arsenal looking set to sign that brand new central midfielder, what type of profile are they looking to target? Because as EBL points out, look at the position of Xhaka here, left half space between the lines. There is not a hope in hell that Arteta's long-term vision includes such a limited offensive player in that position. Ideally, he'd like an 8 who contributes to build-up but is comfortable between the lines too. With Arteta's tactics clearly showing that Arsenal are indeed moving into a 4-3-3, it makes a lot of sense for Arsenal to target a box-to-box type of profile. And according to reports in Italy, Arsenal and Tottenham are both believed to be chasing Bologna's talented midfielder Matthias Svanberg, who has been praised for his display against Juventus. Who exactly is Matthias Svanberg, I hear you guys asking. 22 years of age, he is a Swedish box-to-box central midfielder who plays for the same club that Arsenal signed a certain Takehiro Tomiyasu from. In terms of profile, he's a player who excels when it comes to going forwards, getting goals and getting assists, and he is the epitome of a box-to-box midfielder. Now I'm not sure about the price tag here, but the fact that Arsenal have already signed a player like Tomiyasu from Bologna in the past, it confirms that Arsenal have been looking at the club and scouting their players. In terms of the boy, I won't lie to you guys, I have not watched this player play so often, so I can't give you guys any sort of in-depth scouting reports. But to any guys that have watched Matthias Svanberg play, let me know, is he a player that you guys want to see Arsenal sign? Talking about central midfielders, what about a certain Bruno Guimaraes? Because according to Brazilian outlet Globo, Lyon are set to demand €45 million for Bruno Guimaraes, which is £38 million amid interest from Roma. When it comes to Liga, yes, I know Arsenal are looking at Renato Sanchez. For me, Bruno Guimaraes always stands out. I believe he's now 24 years of age. He is the epitome of a number 8, a box-to-box, solid defensively in the ground rules, but also going forwards is a great ball carrier and has a tremendous eye for a pass. And if you have a look at this graphic, I think it perfectly shows how good Guimaraes is. Up there with the likes of Declan Rice, Sergio Busquets, and even Bernardo Silva when it comes to tackles and interceptions, but also in terms of progressive actions as well. For the price tag that is being reported, looking at the profile of the player and seeing how well-rounded he is and how he excels when it comes to progressing that ball as well, and also entering the peak of his powers at 24 years of age, I don't think there is many better options on the market right now than Bruno Guimaraes. And he was also apparently a player that Arsenal were looking to sign in the summer as well. So it's confirmed that Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar have both had their eyes on this player in the past. Talk to me down below in the comments about Bruno Guimaraes, and would he be the midfielder that you guys want to see Arsenal sign? And if it's anyone else, then let me know who that is down below in the comments. Moving on, let's talk about Arsenal's striker situation. When it comes to Arsenal right now, and the whole striker position, of course, is all about a certain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And after the game against Norwich, Mikel Arteta on Aubameyang said he wasn't selected for today's match, we'll take it game by game, and that was a decision. So Mikel Arteta once again is giving nothing to the media. He's given no sort of clarity in terms of Aubameyang's future. But the fact that Arsenal are striving so much without Aubameyang, I just don't see how and when Aubameyang gets back into the Arsenal fold. For me, it's quite clear Arsenal will need to sign a replacement. But without Aubameyang, Arsenal are very short of options. And let's just say, unfortunately, Lacazette was to get any sort of injury, then Arsenal would have only Eddie Nketiah and following Balogun, which could be devastating for Arsenal in terms of any sort of top 4 race. And on potential replacements, reported Arsenal target Jonathan David was recently pictured wearing a Thierry Henry shirt at the airport. Now this does not mean that Jonathan David is signing for Arsenal tomorrow, but he seems to be a massive fan of a certain Thierry Henry. Of course, was a legend at Arsenal Football Club. With him being a fan of Thierry, potentially he's also a fan of Arsenal, and if Arsenal do want to sign him, that is something that Arsenal can look to profit on. But in terms of the past few windows, Arsenal have shown a desire to sign more players from the Premier League, and there is a certain French striker that plays for Man United who is set to be available. Of course, I am talking about Anthony Martial, because as Ralph Rangnick has confirmed, Anthony wants to go. He told me he feels it's the right time for a change. As far as I know, there's been no offer from other clubs, and as long as this is the case, he will stay. Anthony Martial, 25 years of age, set to be available. Now I can already hear a lot of angry Arsenal fans saying, no, Babs, what are you on about? Arsenal want to sign a striker, and in terms of strikers in January, not many are available. So the fact that Anthony Martial is available, if Arsenal wanted to make this transfer happen, this could be a potential opportunity. Is Anthony Martial a player that you guys want to see Arsenal sign? A simple yes or no. Don't slate your boy, I'm just asking a very very simple question. Granit Xhaka says, I feel very good in the Arsenal dressing room. I think I am a different person off the pitch. I like to joke, to laugh a lot, but on the pitch I am the guy with a lot of passion. I can't change that. I wish people outside could understand me a little bit more. Granit Xhaka saying he is a misunderstood genius, but in terms of the player, I think since coming back into the Arsenal team, I have seen a lot of positives. Even though Xhaka has always been a very divisive player, in terms of his current Arsenal first team, he is very important to play alongside Thomas Partey, and playing as a box-to-box player, Xhaka has done pretty well in my opinion. Xhaka also says, when I came to the Premier League, everybody said you can go tackling very hard and I love it. But when you see some tackles and imagine if I was in this position, I will be sent off straight away. This stops me sometimes to go in how I really want. Are there different rules for Granit Xhaka? Personally speaking, you know what, I don't disagree, because I've seen some of the recent challenges in the Premier League and they have been disgraceful. Go back to around a week ago and Harry Kane, he put in an awful challenge on a Liverpool player and he potentially could have broken his leg. If that was Granit Xhaka, they would have given him a 10-match ban. But do you guys agree with Xhaka in saying he is treated unfairly by the English referees? Okay, let's move on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with all the latest Arsenal team news. As Takehiro Tomiyasu, Cedric Soares and Ainsley Maitland Niles have all tested positive for COVID, as Arsenal have confirmed. Now of course Arsenal actually were meant to play today against a certain Wolverhampton Wanderers, but that game was postponed as Wolves had a lack of players available due to COVID-19. And with that game being cancelled, Arsenal's next game will be now Man City on the first day of the brand new year. But most importantly, what it gives Arsenal is more time to recover, to recuperate and prepare for the game for a certain Takehiro Tomiyasu to return into the Arsenal first team and recover from COVID-19. It's that time of the day. Arsenal haven't conceded an open play goal in the Premier League for 4 games. Once again, the Arsenal defence with them positive stats, and it's things you absolutely love to see. But in terms of the next game, the Arsenal defence is set to be heavily tested up against a Man City team top of the Premier League, and in terms of their last 3 games in the league, they've scored 17 goals in 3 games. Their attack is phenomenal. According to Opta, Emil Smith-Rowe is the second Arsenal player to score in 3 consecutive substitute appearances in the Premier League after Thomas Rosicky in September 2009. 4 goals in his last 4 Premier League games and 3 goals in a row off the bench. Right now ESR is moving like a proper super sub. And in terms of his overall stats this season, 22 appearances, 10 goals and 2 assists. He has already surpassed his 10 goals and assist target he set himself at the start of the season. This guy is fit and he's available, and he's not even starting for Arsenal. It just goes to show how good the rest of the Arsenal attack has been. But talking about Emil Smith-Rowe, since he made his first Premier League start for Arsenal under Arteta last year, most points since that day, Arsenal ranked second behind City, ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool. Even though he is not starting right now, Smith-Rowe is an integral part of this Arsenal team. He is the Arsenal number 10 and he's Arsenal's top goal scorer this year in the Premier League. 8 non-penalty goals. He's got more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo. And in terms of Arteta today on Smith-Rowe, he says his talent is obviously unquestionable, but he needs his teammates, he needs his environment, he needs a cool head and needs a very clear direction of what he wants to become. Time will tell. Time will tell indeed, and the question is undeniable. But in terms of our next game against Man City, does Mikel Arteta throw back Smith-Rowe into the Arsenal team? So you know what, I'm going to throw this to you guys to answer down below in the comments. Would you guys bring ESR back into the Arsenal team in the next game against Man City? And if so, what player are you guys dropping? But that is the video there. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash a like on it, and also do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you would like to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. Ainsley Maitland Niles looking set to leave Arsenal. The transfer window set to open. Interesting times ahead. But anyways guys, I will see you next time in a bit.